Hey guys, welcome to the Double Chen Show. It's Mikey Chen.
It's Danny Chen. So you guys have probably all heard of Asian stereotypes like all Asians are good at math or we can all play an instrument.
That's right. A lot of these stereotypes could be a result of Asian parents basically forcing us to study hard and practicing our musical instruments often.
But I think there's actually some benefit to that, right? You get good grades, impress your friends and your high school crush when you rock out on the keyboard.
That's true. I can never do that. I can rock out on my recorder.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm pretty sure being a nerd wasn't really cool back then, but we're gonna tell you guys about some other advantages of being Asian. Number one, you'll always have a place to live after college. You know, this is probably the number one most underrated advantage of being Asian. See, young people often don't realize how tough life can be after college. You know, the real world is not that great, so stay in school. Anyway, they spend most of their young lives dreaming of graduating from college and making a big newsflash, people. Finding a job sometimes can be hard, even with a degree.
And imagine if you were like me or my non-Asian friends. Basically, we've been living and struggling on our own for many years after college. It's not like our parents kicked us out, but in Western culture, parents expect you to move out and be mostly on your own after college. And when the going gets tough, let me tell you, we've all stayed on our friend's couch at some point. Am I right?
I never.
You never did that?
But I gotta tell you, bro, I never did that because my Asian parents always wanted me to come live with them forever. Just kidding. Well, not really.
Yeah, my parents basically were like, we're leaving the country, so you're on your own.
Wow, your parents weren't really Asian then.
Nope.
Number two, no student loans. Bro, you know what's worse than having to stay at your parents' house or having to camp out at your friends' couches?
What's worse than that?
Doing that and also having to pay back like $200,000 of student loans.
Yeah, that's pretty much the worst thing ever.
But you know what? Not for me, because my parents, they helped me out a lot. And basically my college was paid for, that and the scholarship. So I wasn't, completely on my parents, but I had no student loans. But you know, most Asian kids are probably in the same boat as me and don't have to worry about student loans after college. This is also due to the fact that Asian people hate to be in debt. They will always never take out a loan or let their kids take out a loan.
Which is why I gotta give a lot of props to Asian parents, because they definitely worked really hard and saved every penny just to pay off your college tuition.
Yeah, my parents would always say, back when I never got allowances when I was little, they would always say, we're saving for your schooling, we're saving for your college.
And it was true.
And it was true.
All right, moving on to number three. You never had to look for a babysitter. In keeping with the parents theme, after you get married and have kids, it can get pretty tough to enjoy some free time with your wife or husband unless you get a babysitter.
Yeah, trust us. All our friends have kids now, and does that say something that all our friends have kids and we don't?
For us, that's weird.
Yeah, that's interesting. Anyway, they all have kids, and they basically don't have time to hang out because a good babysitter is really hard to come by, especially on a moment's notice.
Enter Asian parents, or by now they're Asian grandparents.
That's right, and by this time, they probably already bought a house maybe 2 doors down from you, or they actually moved into your house because they were counting down the days until the moment they can hold your kid and raise it as their own.
Asian parents love nothing more than to come over and spoil their grandkids. Honestly, all of my family now has WeChat, and they post more photos of their grandkids than my cousins who actually had the kids.
You know, my family's kind of like that too. So my family, they actually have a family WeChat where they update everybody on the kids, on all that information.
It's actually, in mine, it's nothing but baby pictures.
Well, here's one of my favorite advantages. Number 4, you actually make money at your own wedding. Yeah, guys, you know, when my non-Asian friends got married, all I kept hearing was, oh man, this wedding is gonna cost so much money. How are we gonna afford this?
Yeah, the venue, the flowers, the photographers.
Modern weddings, as we all know, are very expensive, and a Western wedding can cost upwards of what, like $10, $20, $30, $40, $50,000?
Yeah, definitely. Mike and I used to shoot weddings, so we've seen our fair share.
But you know, at an Asian wedding, especially a Fujianese wedding or a Cantonese wedding, but you know, most Asian weddings, the bride and groom are gonna be actually making money. It's actually a custom for guests to come bearing mostly cash. And here's the thing, if they actually don't bring cash, they're the ones who lose face.
That's right. I remember those crazy stories you told me about guests at a Chinese wedding basically handing over checks for like tens of thousands of dollars and the bride and groom having like pounds and pounds of jewelry draped all over them.
Yup, the biggest check I ever seen handed over was $500,000.
That's insane.
Anyway, most Asian couples that get married in the US are probably more accustomed to the Western style wedding where it's all about the bride, there's a lot of money spent. But I'm telling you right now, guys, if you're smart, like if I ever get married, I'm gonna throw myself an elaborate old-fashioned Chinese wedding and make that money back. And plus, make my honeymoon money, maybe money to buy a house.
Yeah, don't invite me, bro, because I don't want to have to give you like gold and cash.
So we're gonna give me like a coffee maker? You're gonna give me a coffee maker, aren't you?
You would be so lucky.
Yeah, you're gonna lose face. Speaking of making money at weddings, if you're Chinese, there's another time during the year when the smell of dollar bills arrive, which brings us to number 5, New Year red pocket money. This is a day all Chinese kids will look forward to. It's kind of like Christmas, but instead of getting a bike or toys, your relatives show up and they all hand you red pockets of cash. And that's when you'll be glad you have a huge family.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Unfortunately, I've only gotten the red pocket money a few times in my life, but I gotta say, that's pretty awesome. Because growing up, I had a lot of presents for my birthday and Christmas, but sometimes I'm just like, can I just get some cash?
Cash is so much better. And sometimes I would get that cash and it have to last me the whole year because that's one disadvantage of being Asian is often we don't get allowances. Anyway, we've been listing a lot of the cultural advantages, but let's get to some biological ones. Like number 6, we always look young. You know, this one always baffles me. How is it that anytime you see an Asian person, you can never really tell how old they are? And if you guess it, it usually ends up like they're like 10 or 15 years younger than they actually are for both men and women.
I've heard that it's because of our healthy diets. Like think about Japanese or Korean food.
Really? But my diet composed mainly of really greasy hot pots. So how do you explain that?
Well, you have another advantage of being Asian, which we'll get to later.
But you know what? Maybe we truly discovered the fountain of youth, and the rest of the world will just never know. It'll be a secret only for us Asians. It's rice.
I mean, I'll tell you one thing. When I was growing up and all my non-Asian friends, they all looked like 40 by the time we were 20, but I looked like I was 12.
You still look like you're tough. You know, there's this funny little cartoon thing that's online.
Yep.
We do look really young until one day, and then we just change.
That's right.
Forever.
It's like the Chinese aging chart.
That's true. I'm not really looking forward to that day.
Well, besides anti-aging powers, this is what you have for sure. Number 7, freakish metabolism.
That's right. But you know what? For me, it's a lot of work because I just gotta work out for my metabolism to be high enough to cover all the food that I can put away. Otherwise, I need to look into, becoming a sumo wrestler. But we're not advocating, stuffing your face or being totally gluttonous. But a lot of Asians, ever since they were really young, can basically eat as much as they want and not gain a pound. And you know what else is awesome? I think Asians are immune to like white rice and noodles because that's basically all we eat.
Add in hot pot and dumplings to that mix as well.
Yeah, then we eat like fatty roast duck, fatty cha shao, and then we finish it all off with sweet bubble tea.
That's right. Yeah, like I always see really skinny Asian guys in school, but then I see them eating these giant lunches that their mom packed for them, of course, and they're always shaped like twigs.
A lot of Asians I know even have trouble gaining weight, which is a problem I would like to have. But I see a lot of these Asians, they drink a lot of protein, muscle milk, they eat a lot of meat, but then they just never gain any weight.
It's kind of weird, right? Because in the East, people are trying to stay thin, but in the West, everybody's trying to bulk up.
Yo, I don't know what you're talking about. That's not true.
Yo, let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Are you on hormones? Just tell me the truth.
Okay.
Are you taking supplements?
If by hormones you mean hot pot, then I am on that.
Yeah, that's right.
But the good thing about what Hot Pot has given me is that sometimes people think I look tough, which brings us to number 8. You'll never get attacked.
That's right. Even if you don't look like Mike here, most people will just assume you know some kind of kung fu, karate, taekwondo, and will probably think twice before messing with you. I mean, that definitely helped me when I was in high school because I wasn't like the biggest kid and I didn't get into
And people
a lot of fights.
thought you knew kung fu?
People thought I knew kung
Really?
fu.
You know, it also helps that you look like Jackie Chan.
Or Jet Li.
How many times have I got to tell you, you don't look a thing like Jet Li? Lastly, when you're Asian, everyone is your uncle, shushu, or auntie, ayi, brother, 哥哥, or sister, 姐姐.
I remember growing up, my mom had some really close friends that I would even call uncles and aunties. And to this day, we're still very close and they treat me like part of their own family, even though they still live halfway around the world.
Yeah, actually that says a lot about traditional Chinese values where we learn to respect our elders. And it feels like your family, friends, and distant relatives are really actually close to you and they really care for you.
You know, that's one thing I missed when I moved to the US, like the big family and friends gathering. I mean, in the Western culture, you really only do that during Christmas and Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So I'm like, why can't we do that more often? And then I found out why, because in my non-Asian families, friends, family, they always have like those weird uncles and aunts, and they're like, we don't want to see them that often, which is very different from Chinese.
Yeah, like there really is sometimes a like, I'm not saying this is all families, but sometimes in Western gatherings, there's even some hesitance, like, oh, we gotta go here. But at Asian gatherings like New Year's or Mid-Autumn festivals, everyone, even your neighbors could come and join in this one big fun celebration. And you call every one of them your aunt or your uncle.
Or
which,
your
you know,
sister,
yeah.
or your brother.
So it's like one big happy family.
Yeah.
But you know what's also awesome about these uncles and aunts? Even if they're not directly related to you, they'll still give you red pocket money.
That's right. So the bigger the family, the more red pocket money you get.
Yeah, it's my childhood.
Man.
Why are you so sad?
You know, talking about all this like family and friends, I kind of miss all my family and friends back in China.
Well, you got me.
Yeah.
You want
that's
you want
cool.
to go FaceTime your family now?
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But before that,
Yeah.
we need to go use some hot pot.
That's right.
Because I need some hot pot in me.
Let's put that Asian metabolism to work.
All right, guys, there you go. Those are some of the advantages that we can think of being Asian. If you like this video, we'll give you a list of disadvantages as
That's
well.
right. And if we left anything out, guys, definitely put in the comments below.
All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our brand new channel. Well, not that new, but
Yeah,
kind of
like-
changing
like-
the format a bit here.
Like kind of our new home.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, actually, this has always been our home.
Yeah, but now
it's-
it was like our new home. Now we completely moved out of our old home.
You know what it was like? It was like we had a house.
Yeah.
Then we had like a second house.
Yeah.
And then we moved out of that first house and moved into our second house.
Yeah, that's true. It's kind of
Yeah.
like that, but
I mean, the
yeah.
house is there. You can
Yeah,
see it.
we'll
You
still
can
go visit
it.
sometimes, I guess.
Right, right. But we have a new house now.
Yeah, so definitely subscribe to our new house. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. See you later.
Bye.